Hello, my name is Craig Steele. I run a technology education company called Digital Skills Education, and we teach all sorts of digital skills, starting with the basics that help people feel more comfortable using technology, right through to more advanced topics, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and being creative with tech. Our short courses cover a large range of skills, but it's always about learning something new in a fun, creative, and social environment. I'm interested in technology, but I've always been interested in the arts. I love writing, I love taking photos, and when I'm not in front of a computer, I'm usually at the cinema watching the latest Christopher Nolan film, or singing along at a gig, or playing the latest games, or going to the theatre. But being a technologist and being creative aren't separate disciplines. You can combine those interests and make a career out of being creative. Every single art form is using technology to open up new possibilities for artistic expression and exploration. So whether you're interested in music or visual arts or game development, there are a wide range of tools and platforms available that can help you take your creative skills to the next level. I'm going to show you some of the best free tools available to get you started being creative with technology. Let's start with Twine. So are you someone who loves telling stories? Maybe you're a writer or maybe you're a poet. Twine is a tool that lets you create interactive stories. It allows you to create branching narratives where the reader can make choices that affect the outcome of the story. So your story can change depending on the decisions the reader makes, or it can automatically customize the story to suit the reader. So maybe you'll make it include references to places that they live, or maybe you'll write a horror novel that can only be read after midnight. You don't need any computer programming experience to use Twine, as it uses a simple visual interface to create your story. These new pieces of creative digital storytelling can then be shared online for friends to read and play on any computer, tablet, or phone. You can download Twine for free from twinery.org. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, or you can just use it in your web browser. Sonic Pi is a way to create music and sounds using computer code. You write the code for how the music should sound, and Sonic Pi will play it. It's a tool for creating and performing music with code. Now, Sonic Pi is simple to get started, but what you can do with it is really powerful. And the best thing is, you don't have to be able to read music to write code and play Sonic Pi. It's a fun and engaging way to learn about music and coding at the same time. You can play notes and chords and drum beats just using simple commands, and you can even create your own samples and use them in your compositions. Most other digital tools for creating music, well, you use the software in advance to create the track, and then when you're finished, you press play. But with Sonic Pi, it can be used as a musical instrument. You can play it by writing and changing the code as part of a live performance. This is known as live coding. So whether you're a musician or a programmer, or you're just looking for a new way to express yourself with sound, Sonic Pi is definitely worth checking out. You can download Sonic Pi for free from sonicpi.net. More and more artists are exploring the possibilities of creating visual art with code and algorithms, and P5.js is a great way to get started. P5.js is a JavaScript library made for artists and designers who want to create interactive graphics and animations. P5.js art is experienced through your web browser, so you can see it and you can interact with it on a laptop or a phone or a tablet. To create generative art with P5.js, you define a set of rules or instructions using code. That code determines how the art is going to be created, and then you let the program do the work of actually creating the final artwork. You can generate shapes or lines or patterns or animations. P5.js is a powerful tool for creating visually stunning and interactive art in your web browser. You can check it out at p5js.org to get started. Blender is another great tool for creativity. It's a free and open source tool that allows you to create everything from simple 3D models to more complex animations and visual effects. The objects or animations that you create in Blender could be used as visual effects for a film, or an animated character for an advert, or to create a prototype for a new product. You can download Blender for free from blender.org. What about if you want to create your own games? There's a free tool called Pygame, which is great for beginners. It's a version of the Python programming language that makes it really easy to build games. You can then share those games and play them with your friends. One of the great things about Pygame is its flexibility. You can create simple games with just a few lines of code, or more complicated games with multiple levels or characters and enemies. And Pygame lets you import images and sound and music into your games. You can get Pygame from pygame.org. Also, I've written a book that you can use to get started. So the book talks you through all the steps you need to get started learning Python and building and remixing your own games. You can get it in your library or wherever books are sold. So I hope you try out some of these brilliant tools, and I'd love to see what you create. You can tag me in any of the art you make on Twitter, or you can contact me via my website. You don't need to just be a consumer of art. We need more people like you to be digital makers, creative technologists, and the artists that shape our world.